everybody, I'm Greg.
And I'm Katie. Welcome to the Meeple Society. Today we are on episode 91, part 11 of the S's.
One more to go.
Yes, we got one more part to go after this one. But before we get started, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, and of course hit that bell icon if you want notification of future content.
Or click on the link below and that'll take us to all of our social media.
All right.
Take us to all of our social
Take
media.
us, yeah. I know exactly where
it'll
it is.
show you all of our social media. How about that? There we go.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Yes. Where are we starting? Which
one of
pile are
these
you going
14
with?
games.
We only have 14? I felt like we
Yeah,
had more
1,
than
2,
that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
15.
15.
I was
Yeah,
going to say, I thought we had 15.
But one of them is like
It's
an older version of the other one.
That's true. Good
Okay.
point.
But we're going to get this guy out of the way first. This is Suspend, the teetering, wobbling, shifting, tipping, unbalanced balance game.
Yeah, this was.
It's like somebody was bored and had some extra wire coat hangers.
Yeah, this is all the pieces to the game. The whole object of this game is to run out of pieces. You take all these pieces
And divide them
and
up
divide
between two
them up.
players.
Oh, that's not one of the pieces. So you sort out. Everybody gets the same number of each color. And then if you have one too many,
Oh, it's
then
1 to 4 players. Okay.
Yeah. So you divide these all up amongst players. So if there's 4 players, everybody gets 1 red. If there's only 3, everybody gets 1 red. If there's 2, then everybody gets 2 reds. And you do that with all the colors. Okay. So the way this one plays, it is, it's very interesting.
You might want to get the other base pieces.
Yeah,
on
we
there.
need the base pieces on there. Otherwise, it's going to tip over. Where'd the other base? Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Okay. So you set the game up like so.
Can they
And
see
then
the top up here?
I don't know. They should be able to. Yeah, because they can see the top of our heads.
Okay.
You roll a die, and the die tells you what color piece you have to place. I have to place a yellow. That is not a good one to start with.
No, it's not, because it only hangs.
So,
And you lost it already.
bummer, I lost it already. So then,
The blue one. Blue ones are good.
blue, you can go this way, and you're going to have the same situation. But you can also balance it in the middle. And then the next player rolls one. Oh, they have to place an orange.
That's a big one.
They have to place the orange is one of the big ones, yes.
It's like the biggest one, I believe.
Now here's the trick. They can't just do this. That would be too simple. They have to do this. And then the next player rolls, and they get a red. Okay, here's a red. They could go off of here.
Probably not
Someplace.
the best.
Probably not the smartest move. But maybe over here and try to counterbalance this a little bit. There we go. The goal of this, as I said, everybody starts out with an
Same
even
amount of-
number of all the different colors. The goal is to get rid of all of your pieces.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll a color you don't have, you have to take one of your neighbors. You can choose which neighbor if it's multiple players, but you have to take one of your neighbors. So all you're doing is helping them because you rolled a color you don't have. If you knock one over, so if you knock something over, you get
take
all the
those
pieces that just dropped. And you just keep going till somebody's out of pieces. It was, I mean, we had a good time with it. We did. That being said, I felt like it lasted way longer than it should have.
Mm-hmm.
But because we kept dropping pieces. We are going to let this one go. Mostly because it required a steady table. And this is not something we're going to pull out on our own. And any place we're going to take it to is going to be on cafeteria style tables. Not exactly the sturdiest of places. So we are going to go ahead and let this one go. There we go. But yeah, I mean, although I thought it was fun. I can see, but I felt like it was more of an activity than a game.
Yes. Did you notice the name on this?
Melissa and Doug. I've seen some of their stuff before, actually. That's actually a game company.
Didn't know my sister and brother did games.
Right? Anyway, that is Suspend, the teetering, wobbling, shifting, tipping, unbalanced balance game. And it is going to leave the collection. All right.
Hey, got that one out of the way.
Yes.
Now we got Swap. Yes, I was like, do I have it outside up? Yes, I have Swap.
This one was kind of interesting. We played this the other night with Justin and Jackie. And it's kind of like a cross between Uno and, oh my gosh, Jackie said another game it sounded like, and now I don't remember what she said. So the idea with this one is the deck has a number of different colors in it. You've got purple cards and blue cards, and don't pay attention to the black cards. I'll come back to those. And red cards, and I want to say there was green cards.
There was a green one
right there. There's a green one right there. So everybody starts out with a hand of, I want to say it was 10 cards. And on your turn, you are playing one card in the center. One is drawn in the start because that's the starting color. And then everybody else, you go round robin, and you have to play a card of that color. If you can't, you draw a card from the draw pile. Play it if you can. If you can't, you keep it in your hand. The idea is to run out of cards. There are a number of different action cards in here. There's switch colors. If I play this one down, okay, I'm switching it to whatever I have a lot of in my hand and hope it sticks till it gets back to me. I'm going to change it to purple. Great, it gets back to me. I play a purple. Oh, I'm going to switch colors again. Now I'm going to play a blue. You keep doing that. There are slap cards. Okay, well, there's a blue. I'm going to say green. There's a slap card. Slap cards, you play the card, you sit back and you wait for everybody else to notice what you just played because everybody has to slap the pile. The last one to do it has to draw a card. No, I'm sorry. The last one to do it takes a card out of your hand, thus reducing the amount of your hand and increasing theirs. Again, the goal is to get rid of all your cards. There are swap cards. This swap cards is whoever plays it, number one, gets to choose the new color, but number two, swaps hands with one other player. Well, gosh, I have 5 cards in my hand. Oh, nope, I have 6 cards in my hand. Greg only has 3. Guess who I'm swapping with?
Justin.
No. Then there is the super swap. Super swap, and everybody passes their cards one direction or the other, depending on the person who played it gets to choose which direction it goes. So everybody swaps hands. That was the whole game. You ran until somebody was out of cards. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were laughing pretty hard at this one. We never really talked about whether to keep it or not. Personally, I thought I liked it better than Uno. Granted, we haven't played Uno yet, but we've played Uno plenty of times.
We have a lot of versions of Unos too.
We do have a lot of versions of Uno. We will get to those soon. But I feel like I'm just going to throw this in the card case in the other room because we have the card case.
That card case is getting filled up.
Okay, I have 4 card cases, but anyway. I want to kind of see what it does. I feel like this is a great teenager game. You know, it's a great party game. This plays 10 players. Can you imagine 10 players in this game? Be very interesting. Anyway, that is Swap. It's going to stick around for a little while. See what happens. The shift swapping, switching, slapping card game. Say that 5 times fast.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next.
Next we have Super Kawaii Pets. Why is it called Super Kawaii? What does Super Kawaii mean?
I don't know. Kawaii is an island. I don't know what Super Kawaii has anything to do with this.
These are super pets from the
island of Kawaii, and actually that's not
really
even
an island of Kawaii. Or
that's not how it's spelled, actually.
I was just say, or are you just saying that?
No, Kauai is a Kauai is an island in Hawaii, but that is not how it's spelled. Anyway, I have no idea what Super Kawaii has to do with this. I wonder if it says in the rule book. It might, but I don't remember it saying in the rule book.
Let's talk about how it plays. And I'll find out.
Okay, you read the rule book. All right, so this is one where the whole goal is to make your pets happy. To make them happy and healthy and well fed or played with or whatever. So you have a number of pet cards that are face up on the table. You're always going to have one face up on the deck, and you've got a couple out in front of you. And then you've also got some shelter cards, and those sit off to the side, and those are actually turned upside down if I remember correctly, and you've got a couple out. And each of the shelter cards show what kind of animal this will work for. Ironically, I grabbed the cardboard box. This will fit 3 cats. If you have 3 cats, then you can grab the cardboard box. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take an action. You just grab it. The doghouse can hold 1 dog. That is a rabbit pen, it looks like, because it will hold 2 rabbits, etc., etc. You get the idea. All right, so everybody starts off with a couple of these cards in their hand already, if I remember correctly. But these are your care cards. And your care cards could be food. It could be love. It could be more food. I was hoping I would actually get a medicine pop up, or it could be medicine. Those are the 3 options you have. There are some of these laid out here.
You start with no cards.
You start with no cards. Okay. On your turn, you can take 2 actions, which involve drawing cards from the display here. Mm-hmm. So maybe on a previous turn, I'd already had this puppy. And on a previous turn, I had already laid him out here on my display. So currently, he is very sad. He needs 2 pieces of love in order to make him happy. So I lay him down here. On my turn, well, now this guy would be here. On my turn, I can pick up 2 cards out of the display. I can grab another animal if I wish, or I can grab these two loving cards. So I'm going to do that instead. And then at the end of my turn, I can play these 2 cards and discard them in order to satisfy what my new puppy needs. As soon as I do that, I discard my cards and I get to flip him over. He's now very happy. But before I do that, whatever's up here in this top corner, as long as it's out here in the display, I get to grab it for free. So now, going into my next turn, I have a medicine card. And this guy is now happy and worth 3 points at the end of the game. Well, gosh, now I have a puppy dog, and there's a doghouse over here that holds 1 puppy dog. It's only worth a point, but that's okay. The game ends when 1 player has 10 cards turned vertically or turned horizontally. So as long as I have the dogs out like this, it doesn't count toward anything. But as soon as I'm able to make him happy, he counts toward my counts 1 point toward my 10. Once somebody gets 10 cards, count up all the points, all the little doghouse points in the corner of all the cards. Whoever's got the most wins the game. It's a really fast, simple card game. Mm-hmm. You are grabbing cards to hopefully satisfy their requirements. As soon as you do, you grab any bonuses you get. This guy doesn't get any, but he's worth 8 points, so he's worth it all by himself. Flip him over. He's now happy and counts toward end game scoring, toward end game scoring or end game trigger. I mean, it's a simple game.
I like how they show you all the animals in it. You got dogs, cats, rodents.
Yes.
And the rabbits are under rodents.
Yes. The rabbits are under rodents, which, okay, I get, but doesn't mean I have to like it.
A guinea pig, a chinchilla, and a hamster, plus the rabbits. Then a miscellaneous with the parrot, chameleon, clownfish, tortoise,
and a panda bear. There's a giant panda under miscellaneous.
I feel like I've seen the artwork for that panda someplace.
I don't know. There's a horse.
Yep, that's the Shetland pony.
There's a horsey. And there's your
that's your chameleon.
A chameleon, okay.
Spiny chameleon.
I love some of these kitty
There's
cats
the panda.
There's the panda. He looks so sad.
Let me know. Have you seen that panda before? Well, that's the sad panda.
That's the sad panda.
How about the happy panda? I feel like I've seen that artwork someplace before.
Yeah, you're right. It does look familiar. Okay. Anyway, that is how it plays. It's not, I mean, I don't know. It was not what I was hoping it would be. Mm-hmm. But it's a quick little card game. literally the whole game might take 15 minutes to play.
Yeah. What's it say in the box? It says...
I don't know.
20 minutes.
Okay, I was
So,
close.
yeah.
We're going to hold on to it. This one actually sits in our collection. We picked it up last year at Gen Con. And like I said, it's not...
It's a quick, like,
Yeah.
we're waiting on somebody.
Yeah,
It's a filler game.
It's a filler game, and it's easy enough. It doesn't take up any table space. It's a very small
No.
footprint. We could easily travel with it. But yeah, that is Super Kawaii Pets. You never found out what Super Kawaii meant, did you?
I don't have my phone.
There's Japanese or Chinese
There's Asian
symbols at the bottom of this logo. So I wonder if it has
Yeah,
something
it's by
to do with
Supernova.
that. Yeah.
Supernova Studio.
Okay.
Or Studio Supernova, which is, I believe, a Japanese.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
Anyway.
yeah, Arcane Wonders is what brought it over.
Yes. No, I knew that. But I wonder if this Super Kawaii has something to do with that, is what I'm saying.
Possibly.
So anyway, I don't know. It's going to stick around regardless. All right. All right.
Next, we have a very unknown, under-the-radar game called Swamp.
This is probably the most under-the-radar game we have that we own.
We picked this game up because the designer, Ben Gerber, was actually the founder of one of the
groups
G
you're in.
Plus group, board game group that I was in, and now it's on MeWe, but...
Yeah.
And he designed... I watched him post about this game all the time, and then he said he got it published, so I went out and found a copy to play and support him.
It's an interesting little game.
It is a very... It doesn't look like much, but
No.
it kind of has a little bit of strategy. It is a co-op.
It is cooperative to a point. You're still looking for points.
There is still a winner due to points.
Right, yes. But if you lose as a group, you all lose.
Yes.
So there is a collective goal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody starts off with one of the characters. And the characters, I mean,
They have
their own separate goal. There's no special powers or anything. They don't do anything asymmetric. The only asymmetric piece of it is they have a specific goal, what they're looking for.
And there's an
in
easy
order to
one
score
and a
points.
harder one.
Yes, and it's up to you as to which one you go after.
Yes.
All right, on the back of it is everybody's player aids. So you have these scorecards out here, as well as the crocodile. The goal is to get from point A to point B without the crocodile getting to you. Without is it a crocodile or an alligator? I think it's a crocodile. I don't know. So the crocodile starts, oh gosh, he starts right there on that card.
And it's where he starts at every time.
Yeah. Oh, it is,
He's
isn't
real
he?
close.
And we start right there. At the start of the game, the crocodile, okay, the crocodile only moves one space. Every time you pick up one of these flowers, now mind you, in order to exit the map, you have to have so many of these flowers.
It's called King's Foil.
Yes. Every time you pick up one of these, though, the crocodile card turns and he starts moving faster and faster. We start the game out with 3 of these compass cards each. Now, the compass cards actually come in 4 different colors, and that's important because you can only ever have 1 stack of each color. So you start off with 3 cards in your hand, and on your turn, we'll just put these right here. On your turn, you're going to lay down 1 card. And you have to lay down the card so that each of the corners with the numbers in it are pointing toward a player. So maybe I'm going to lay this down like this. So I'm laying this down where the 2 is pointing at me and the 1 is pointing at Greg and the other 2 don't matter because it's only a 2-player game. But that's the green stack. And then maybe Greg plays a different card and he lays out something. Okay.
I laid the brown
You
one
laid
out.
the brown
with a 3
stack
towards
down.
me.
Oh, and you always draw a new card. Well, look, now I've got another green card. This is a better green card. It actually allows me to move more. But I already have something down. So I would have to lay it on top of that. So I would lay it again. I can lay it in any configuration I wish, but I want to have more control over the boat, so I'm going to lay it with the 4 pointing to me. If I don't have So say, well, let me come back to that one. Say I don't want to move a card. I can discard a card, and by doing so, it lets me, I can rotate any pile. So maybe I don't want this 3 brown for Greg. I want it for me. I can rotate a pile and then I can move the boat 1 space. The only way the boat moves is by passing and discarding a card or playing a Let's Move card. There are, I think, 4 Let's Move cards in the deck.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's very short. It's not very many of them. So when you play a Let's Move card, you choose a stack to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to cover the green. Because by doing that, that means I get 4 movement, Greg gets 2. Yes. Well, Greg has the horseshoe, so he gets to move first. So he would move the boat 2 times, I would move it 4 times. Now what he's looking for though, he is looking for very, very specific icons. So when he starts his boat, he only gets to move 2 spaces, but he can start heading toward an icon. But the ultimate goal is we have to get those white flowers. We have to have so many of them to get out of the swamp without putting ourselves in the path of the crocodile. Yeah. So he would move a couple spaces. He wants to go after, actually it looks like you're going after those. Okay, so maybe he would go 1, 2. And then I would get to move 4. Well,
but you'd also get this.
Oh, that's right. The swamp pilot gets an extra 1, and that goes to the person who played the Let's Move card. No, whenever the Let's Move card is played, it switches position.
So if I was first, I would start with it.
Yes.
And then you played that, so you would get the card.
So that would actually be 5 movements. Maybe I need, I just want white flowers. That's all this guy wants.
The king's foil.
Well, shoot, there is none in my path without having to go backwards. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Oh, shoot, I get one of these. I don't know this is what Greg's looking for, but we turn it to show that we now have one of those. Yeah. And then 3, 4,
well, whatever's
5.
up is.
On Greg's next turn, he could play another one of these cards, but maybe all he has left is green. Now he has to pass. But he could play another color, or he could play a Let's Move card. And at that point, the pilot card moves again, and then whoever has the alternate colored arrow pointing at them, they get to move the boat first and go after whatever their goal happens to be.
Compass is pointing at.
Well, that's true. I didn't think about that. So,
but every time the Let's Move card is moved, you do your movement, then the croc moves.
Then the croc moves,
and
yes.
The croc moves to wherever you are at on that card.
So after we finish the movement from this, the crocodile gets to move 1, and he's going to head toward us. So he is slowly chasing us through the swamp.
So and we need to get
3 of the king's foil.
3 of the king's foil, and then we can get off the board, or like I said, you can continue on to get your goals.
Maybe you don't have your goal. Nobody knows what your goal is. You just keep going.
Then if your boat ever enters the last card on it, then you just draw another card and put it out.
Yeah.
There is an expansion with this that has something to do with the tigers. We've never played it, though.
Yeah, we need to pull it out and play that.
We'll play it one day and maybe report back on that.
There
but
you go. I mean, I forget.
There is strategy because it's kind of a push and pull kind of.
Yes.
It's like a war kind of thing. It's like, no, I want the boat to go this way because I need to get that.
Right.
But you really don't want the other player to know what your goal is, because then they'll like, oh, you're getting close to that. You need one of those. So on my turn, I'm moving it away from that, so you can't get that. And like I said, it is a cooperative game, but there is an all-out winner.
Yes.
For
kind of like Marvel Legendary.
It's
cooperative. Everybody everybody loses together, but there is one overall winner.
Yeah.
If you can make it work. Anyway, that is Swamped from Bellwether Games. Interesting card placement game. 15 to 30 minute game.
Yeah,
very short game.
2 to 4 players.
But yeah, very interesting little game. We're going to hold on to it. All right.
Next, we have giant spoons. Why didn't we play with the giant spoons?
Because Jackie didn't want to. I know, right?
Whose house is it?
Right. Believe it or not, I had never played spoons till we broke this out. And this one came
She
with
was
these
deprived as a child.
giant spoons. But for some reason, Jackie was a little afraid of playing with these. And we also had these little spoons, so we played with these. That's okay. So I have a video of this.
I would much rather played with the bigger spoons.
Well,
you know.
next time we play, we can
Old
play with the
eyes need
spoons.
bigger things to see.
We'll play this at the 24. How's that? And cause some chaos. Talk about chaos, right? It plays 8 players. Can you imagine 8 players fighting over those spoons?
Yes.
That could be kind of fun at 2 in the morning.
I had 7 brothers and sisters, and we used to play spoons.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so the way this plays, you play with an entire deck of cards. You can play this with a standard deck. These are specialty cards, but you can play with the entire deck of cards. One person has the deck in front of them, and everybody starts with 4 cards in your hand. You do start with 4 cards.
Everybody.
So one person's at the lead. The deck rotates based on the round, so everybody has a chance to be the first player. But you start here. You pick up a card, you compare it to your hand, and you get rid of it. I don't even have to get rid of this one. Maybe I want to get rid of this one. I get rid of it. I pass it to the player next to me. The player next to me also has a hand of 4 cards. And he's looking at his hand, deciding what he's getting rid of and passing it on. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to keep doing this. And then I get rid of that one. And then I go again, and I get rid of that one. And again, and I just, don't throw them off the table, please. So I just keep doing this, not right side up. I'm going to make you pick those up off the floor.
Oh, look, the floor.
2 9s. Well, I'll get rid of that ace. And then, oh, now I have 2 3s and 2 9s. Okay, wait. Let me just keep going here. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I'm hoping I'm not feeding Greg the cards he wants because I have no idea. Well, I know what I'm giving him, but I don't know what he started with. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not, damn, that's 2 8s in a row. Yeah, that's 3 8s in a row, and he's already discarded them. There's 4 8s in a row. Too bad you didn't keep those. And you just keep, where are the 9s and the 3s? Okay, oh, there's a 3. Now I got to get rid of a 9. Okay, well, now we're committed to 3s. And we just keep doing this until, oh, there's another 9. You keep doing this until somebody, and I guess I should have put a spoon out there, out in the middle of the table. You keep doing this until somebody gets 4.
Swear, this card is gone. It's not in the deck.
It's to the bottom.
I probably passed it up.
You
and
had
didn't
to have
see
had
it.
my 3. You got to. Yeah, you had to have had my 3. And there's your 4 jacks, isn't it?
No, the jack was the last one.
Did you have my 3?
I think I might have.
Oh well. Naturally, I've picked the wrong cards. This plays at lightning speed.
Yes,
I was
yes,
shocked
it
at how
does.
fast Jackie was going. She used to play this all the time as a kid, though.
So did I.
Did you? Oh, well, that's true, too. I had never
I
played
don't
this
think.
before.
Well, I think you're missing a 3.
Oh.
Maybe it's still in the box.
No,
That's why
I
you didn't win.
No. Well, shoot. Probably ought to count those cards, make sure we have a
Oh,
whole
there it
deck.
is.
Oh, somehow it made it past me.
Yep.
Oh, well. Anyway.
Probably went past you before you had
The set going, yeah, probably. It reminded me of a couple of different things. It reminded me of Splash, which we just talked about last episode.
Yes.
It reminded me a lot of Can't Catch Harry.
Mm-hmm. Both games came way after this one.
They did. They did. We're going to hold on to this one because I feel like it's just a classic game and you can't beat these giant spoons. These are awesome. We let Splash go. We still have Can't Catch Harry. Oh my gosh.
I beat it.
Okay. With that,
We're going to say goodbye to spoons.
yes, we are. Okay, there we go.
Giant spoons and not so giant spoons.
The game of card grabbing and spoon snagging. Okay. Anyway, we're going to hold on to this. I feel like it is a very classic game, and it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. All right.
I can't believe you never played spoons.
I never played spoons as a kid.
Next up, Sunrise Lane. I did poorly in this game.
I think we both did, actually. Justin and Jackie
Justin and
definitely
Jackie,
beat us.
because I think that this is only probably our second time playing.
This is our second time playing it,
and they have the game now, and they love the game.
They
Or
do.
Jackie loves
We
the game,
bought
sure.
them. We got it for them for Christmas because Jackie wanted it, and they play it with her mom all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the way this one plays, everybody
Careful
has
trying to flatten the board out.
Yeah, and I have to say, when we first bought this one, the very first time we played it, and the other board is still in here, we were trying to flatten the board out, and the board split in half.
Yeah.
So, Horrible Guild, I think this is Horrible Guild, right?
Yes.
Yes. They replaced the board.
It happened to a lot of people.
It did. So they replaced the board, no questions asked. I just had to send them some pictures. So I did appreciate that a great deal. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid to bend this one a little too much. Yeah. All right, so with this one, everybody has a certain color of house. And you are building out this neighborhood, essentially, by playing cards. Now, you can only have a maximum of 5 cards in your hand. But on your turn, I think you start with 3 or 4, I don't know. You start with a certain number of cards. On your turn, you can draw 2 cards into your hand. Is it 2 cards? It's 2 cards, right? Yeah, it's 2 cards. You can draw 2 cards into your hand. And at that point, what you're trying to do is to build out here on the board. And say, okay, there we go. I already got a couple reds out. So I am the red player, or burnt orange player. I can play out, and I don't know if you can see this. Each of these spots have these little symbols on them, and some have 1, some have 2, some have 5. What you're doing is laying down cards of that color. So for example, I'm going to lay 2 cards of blue so that I can play right here, and I can play 2 houses of blue. 2 times 2 on the board is 4 points. So I get 4 points wherever the 0 is. It's up here. So I would move my marker, which is in the bag still, up to 4. If I wanted to continue, I can. I have to stay in the same path. So I have a yellow. Yellow is the next one. 1 yellow. Well, 1 times 1 is only 1. So now I have 5 points. The next one is red. Well, I don't have any red, so I'd have to end my turn. You could play a park. Or you could play a park. Oh, and that's an option. I could play this pink in order to play a park out. And then I would lay a park down.
And make sure nobody else can get that 3.
Yes, so nobody else can get that. And now I have a green left, so I can play 1 green and get this spot here, which is marked with a 2, so I get 2 more points. I don't have to play my whole hand out.
No.
But if you can, why wouldn't you?
Well, it takes a little bit of time to build it back up.
It does. It does. And maybe you're saving. Like I said, I started out with 2 blues. Maybe I want to save. I think the most you can put on a spot is 4. But man, 4 times 4, if I was over here, that's 16 points.
Like 5.
Or down here, yeah, that'd be 20 points. So it behooves you to try to build up a specific color and hope for the best.
And then it has 4 neighborhoods.
Yes.
And these 2 score the same, and these 2 score the same.
Yes, one set scores for the number of buildings, and the other scores for the tallest buildings, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I just don't remember which one's which.
For a run.
Yes, the person with the longest consecutive row
it's all
of buildings.
on this little card here.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the blue neighborhood, it's the tallest buildings. The tallest one, the second tallest, third tallest, and then the red is the amount of buildings in the area.
So the first time we played this, I remember being underwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
I feel like there is some strategy here. It's a very quick game. It's very light. This would be almost a welcoming game. It's that light. I definitely want to get some more plays of it. I think there's something there. I don't know how to word this.
It's a Reiner Knizia game.
It is. And I think there is some definite strategy. There's some absolute strategy in when to draw cards, when to play cards. And mind you can only have 5 cards in your hand, so you can't just build up like you can in Ticket to Ride or something like that. But there is some strategy of what color do I hold on to? When do I play out those blues? Do I play them on the 2 right now and get them out of my hand? Do I wait and try to get around the corner or wait for somebody else to get close to one of those spots where I can get 16 points? You know, and then, because you don't have to build off your own.
No.
All you have to do is build off of either the center spot, the center area, or off of an existing building spot, whether it be yours or somebody else's. Now, on your turn, you have to continue in one path. You can't jump around the board.
Yeah, you can't build over here
But,
and build over there.
yeah,
It's got to be connected to what you
right,
just built.
right. Your guys are all on the same job site. They just keep in a row. So I think there's something there. I just don't think we've played it enough to discover the finesse of it, because Justin and Jackie whooped us at this one. It was pretty big difference.
I thought you were up there with them. I fell behind by. I thought I was doing really good. I like lose by like 20 points.
I don't remember. I'd have to look. But anyway, that is Sunrise Lane. We're going to hold on to it. I kind of want to explore this one some more and see where it goes. So anyway, all right.
Next, oh boy.
You won this game.
We have Surprise Slides, the Frozen edition.
Yes. So a friend of ours came over the other night with his daughter. I want to say Luella's 9. And this is the first game we broke out. Luella is getting to the age now where she enjoys board games. So we played this one with her. It was kind of nice. We hadn't actually played a kids game with kids, well, other than Splash, for a while. So that was fun. All right, so on your turn, this one plays kind of like a cross between Candyland and Chutes and Ladders.
Except for it has a spinner.
It has a spinner instead of a deck of cards. Although Chutes and Ladders has a spinner. Candyland's a deck of cards.
You know, last time I played Chutes and Ladders?
When we were in the seas?
12 years ago.
No. Anyway, so the way this one plays, everybody has their representation of the Frozen universe. On your turn, you are spinning, and we're starting over here. You spin the spinner, and you move to that color. If you move to the blue, if you land on a snowflake, you move to the next snowflake. And if you're connected, well, all the snowflakes are connected to pathways, you can take the little path all the way down. So my snowflake took me here.
Following the arrows.
Following the arrows to here. Now, and then I would be right there. And then I spin again. And okay, there are 2 specialty spots on this spinner. One,
You're upside down.
I'm upside. I just realized that when I was looking at it. I was looking at the back and realized I was upside down. So this one here.
Well, the Frozen logo should have given you.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the front of it. So this spot here, all of these little areas pop out, and you can flip them over, and that changes the way the paths move. So, for example, this one was like this, so it went from here down to here. If I flip it over, well, now it takes me over to here. Well, that's a much better location than way over here, because that would take me all the way to here. This is the end.
You get on it right there.
Yeah, you get on here, and you go all the way to here.
The other one,
you would flip around and actually go backwards.
Get on there and go backwards, yeah.
Yeah, you go backwards. So when you get to this spot, it means that you have to take all of these pieces, all 4 of these little slide spots, and flip them over to their alternating side. If you get this one, well, now you take all 4 of these pieces out. If I can get them out. You take all 4 of them out, you shuffle them up.
It looks like they just rotate.
Right. It does show that, but in the book, in the rule book, it says to shuffle them up and put them back out. Whoops, that's wrong. And put them back out someplace. I've got the whole board upside down. That's what's throwing me off.
Yep.
Oh, well. And then after you've done that, I believe you got to go, yes, when you rolled either one of these, you spun again and moved. And I would go to the next one and slide over to here. And you just keep doing that until somebody finally gets to the finish line. which was Greg. Greg and Ben, you two were vying for the finish line.
Well, Ben's daughter, she kept getting stuck over here because she'd land here and she'd be back down here and she'd get down, get back up here, get over here and go back down again.
She did. She got caught in a pretty vicious little loop over there.
You guys kept getting caught up over here a lot too.
I kept getting caught right here. Yeah, I kept getting caught right here.
It was like
this. And I'd hit one of these two spots and end up right back there. And then I'd come up and hit the spot and end up, we were in this little vicious loop
I made
here.
right through it, didn't I? Didn't get stuck at all.
It was a cute little game. It is way too young for what we're looking for that collection, however. So I do already have a friend at work, not Chrissy.
For ages 3 and up.
Yep, who has some young daughters who are big fans of Frozen. So I am going to give this to her.
We'll go someplace appreciative.
Yes, they will love it. That is Surprise Slides Frozen Edition, and it is already found a new home.
Yep.
It has already found a new home, I should say. Yeah, all right.
Next we have Suspicion. We played this with Ben and his daughter also.
We did.
Now Ben and Luella teamed up on this one.
They did. And Ben basically was the brains of the operation, and Luella was rolling dice and talking. Yeah. All right, so here's your board. We actually have 2 copies of this one. One in each collection because I found 2 copies at Goodwill now. Everybody has their player sheet. This is kind of like a
Clue thing?
A little bit like Clue, but a little more deductive reasoning involved.
And this part here almost makes it like, what is that game? Who Am I?
Where
you got your
Guess Who?
Guess Who, that's it.
Okay.
Who Am I?
So,
I made up a new game.
You did. All right, so you start off with all of the characters around the museum. There we go. You have so many gems set out based on player count. So for a 3-player game, we had 5 of each gem set out. The game ends when 1 pile is out of gems. These are your victory points at the end of the game. At the start of the game, everybody gets a set of yes/no cards.
Not that many people use them, but
yeah,
these are vital. Use them.
Yes, and then everybody gets their identity. So each person gets a secret identity. We shuffle up the rest of them.
Hey, it's this person I was.
So everybody has their secret identity. Everybody has their yes/no cards. And again, very vital to use these because that is what keeps other people from knowing your answers.
Where's the other cards?
The other cards are right here. So now everybody starts off with 2 of these cards. You always have 2 of them in your hand, and whenever you use one, you just draw a new one. So on your turn, these determine what you can do. You start off by rolling the dice, and you move the 2 characters that you rolled. You move them 1 spot. So I'm going to move her to here, and I'm going to move him to here. Okay. And then on my turn, I have these 2 options. This one here says I can take a green gem, which does nothing to give away my identity. And I can ask one other player if they can see this person, if they can see Lily Nesbitt. So I would ask Greg, since he's the only other player, normally you play with 3 or more on this, can you see Lily? Well, here's Lily here in the corner. Line of sight is anything in these rooms or anything in these rooms. There's doorways on all of these. I hope you can see that. So if he is any of these players, then he would have to say.
I would not say yes. That's the time in the game I did. I would give her my yes card so nobody else knows.
So I would then take my little sheet, and if he tells me yes, he can see Lily, I can mark all these people off. I know he is not any of these characters. He's one of these 5. Because, of course, Lily can always see herself.
Yeah, because I could be Lily.
Right. but at least it narrows it down by half.
Yep.
So maybe instead of moving him here, I should have gone here. But then
But you
again,
didn't
I wouldn't
know.
have known.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mark off who he isn't, and then I move on. Now, if I had played the other card, this card means that I can move, that one meant there was a secret door. You can move one player to anywhere.
Yes.
So I could pick up anybody. It could be myself. That might not be a smart move. But I can move one player to any place. So maybe I'm going to go here. The reason I would do that is because the bottom half of this says I can pick up any one gem in the room I'm in. This gives information to people. Well, I am Nadia. I'm right here. I have a red and a green gem in my room. So as soon as I play this card, everybody's looking to see what I pick up. Well, if I pick up a red, okay, well, they know I'm not this guy, and they know I'm not either of these two. Well, I'm not her. I'm not him, but I could be her. I could be her. I could be him. So it narrows, again, it narrows down. It gives information as to who I am or am not. And everybody can see this because they can all see the card I played. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you accidentally spit out, yeah, I can see that person. Well, now everybody at the table knows who you're not.
And it happens. It happens a lot.
It does.
Didn't we do a playthrough
We
for
did
this?
a playthrough of this with
It happens a lot in that game.
It does. That game was so funny. There are other things on here. One's, again, gem and questions. There's the door. This symbol means that I can take a peek.
That's the top card.
I'll do this here. I can take a peek at the very top card. Just me. Nobody else can see it. But I can look at the top card on the invitation list. Well, I know none of my opponents are that person now. So I mark that down, and I slide it to the bottom of the deck. And then discard this card. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think those are the only ones. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I love this game. I think if given a choice of this or Clue, I will play this any day. I just think it is such a neat deductive reasoning game. Mm-hmm. And it's so simple. This one is definitely going to stick around. Like I said, I absolutely adore this game. Suspicion, a game of secret identity and deduction. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you can find this one, it is well worth checking out. I think it's a good one. Anyway, that is going to stick around.
So we have Sushi Go
Party.
Sushi Go Party and
Sushi Roll. Oh, okay. I'm doing both at the same time.
Yeah, it's the same. This is the dice game of this.
It really is. So we played this one with Ben and Luella, and all of the pieces are all the way over there, but that's okay. This one is actually just a straight up card game. We have this version, so it comes with an actual board. At the start of the game, you are picking out your food types based on the board. You are grabbing
one
roll, 2 specials, 3 appetizers, and a dessert. And then you always start with the nigiri. All right, so for rolls, we're going to do, how about we do the tamaki? Is that how that's pronounced? Tamaki. Tamaki states that if I have the most of them in my tableau at the end of the round, I get 4 points. If I have the least number, I lose 4 points. You gotta make sure you get some of these. And then for appetizer, we're gonna do tofu. Interesting, okay.
We're gonna
do some tofu. Tofu says if I have 1, I get 2 points. If I have 2, I get 6 points. But if I have 3, I don't get any. Don't get greedy with the tofu.
That is the one that Ben kept accidentally giving Luella the
third is it?
one.
Oh, he did, didn't he? So
we're gonna accidentally giving her the third one.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do some sashimi. Sashimi says that if I have 3 of them, I get 10 points. But if I have none, or if I only have 2, I don't get anything.
Yep.
So you pick all of your different things, and one of them you always grab is the dessert. The desserts stick around till the very end. So for instance, here is green tea ice cream. Green tea ice cream is worth 4 points. You only put, or I'm sorry, it's worth 12 points if you have 4 of them.
A set of 4. Yep.
These stick around till the end of the game. So you play 3 rounds in the game. This is an open, or I'm sorry, it's a closed drafting game, kind of like Seven Wonders.
It's a Seven Wonders draft, yep.
So you shuffle up all your cards, and I'm not going to shuffle them for the sake of not having to clean them back up, but you shuffle your cards, deal out so many per person, put the rest of the stack aside. So even though you have all these cards, and normally I would have 3 more stacks here, even though you have all these cards in the deck, you're not going to see them all. So you may be putting 5 of these desserts into the deck, but there may only be 1 that actually makes it into somebody's hand.
Yeah.
So you're grabbing your hand, you're picking a card, you're laying it down, or actually everybody lays it down face down first, pass the cards, and then everybody reveals at the same time because you don't want to influence what somebody else is taking. And you keep doing that till you're out of cards. Done. And then everybody scores. If I manage to grab 3 of these and my opponent didn't, or well, it doesn't matter if my opponent did, but if I manage to grab 3 of these, then I get 10 points. But if my opponent and I were both vying for them, neither of us get any. Maybe I ended up with 2 tofu. Yay, that's 6 points. Great, I move up to 6. And this is, you just score that way. You bring all the cards back together, except for the green, for the ice cream or for whatever your dessert is you're using. Everybody keeps those because they score at the end of the game. You add more ice cream to the deck. Again, it states in the rule book how many based on player count. Reshuffle, redeal, and play another round. 3 rounds in, then after 3 rounds, you score up, and whoever has the most points wins. It is such a light card game. I do like this one. I feel like it's turning into one of those classic card games.
Yeah.
So that's Sushi Go Party, or just straight up Sushi Go if that's all you've got.
Yeah, Sushi Go comes in a box.
It
and
does.
It doesn't have
It's
the board.
just a straight up deck of cards. It doesn't have as many food options, I don't think, as this one does. Sushi Roll is very similar.
It's pretty much the dice game.
It really is. Well, yeah, it is. So with Sushi Roll, everything is just kept track of this way. Everybody has their menu board and their conveyor belt. And at the start of each round, depending on player count, you are taking so many dice out of the bag. And I think for 2 players, we had 9 dice, if I'm not mistaken.
Something
You
like
take
that.
all the dice out of the bag, you roll them, and everybody does this. Everybody has their own conveyor belt. You put it on the conveyor belt, and then you choose 1 die to keep. You're not activating any of them right now. You're just grabbing them. So maybe I'm going to take 2 of the maki. I think that was the maki.
Yeah.
And then I would pass this conveyor belt to the next player, and another player would pass me theirs.
Yep.
And then I take all of the dice he just handed me, I pick them all up, I re-roll them, and I grab whatever I want out of it. So maybe I'm going to take that guy because I can see on my card that if I can get 2 of those, that's worth 6 points. Well, I know there's a couple of these purple dice out. Maybe I'll get lucky and be able to roll 2 more of them when they come around to me. Once again, when you're done, you pass the conveyor belt, the next player passes you theirs, and you just keep doing it this way until all the dice are gone. Yeah. At that point, you look at all the dice that are sitting on top of your board, you score them up, and you take the victory points out of the pile. A lot of them score very similar to some of the ones in Sushi. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. In Sushi Go Party. So you still have the maki, you still have the nigiri, you still have the same basic concept as a lot of the cards in Sushi Go Party. It's just in dice form now. So a little more randomness, but at the same time, there's ways to re-roll stuff. There's ways to...
Yeah, with the chopsticks you
yeah,
can
the
re-roll.
chopsticks you
Or
can
is it the
re-roll
menu?
stuff. I don't remember, actually.
The
It says right
chopsticks is
here.
you swap a die from your board, from your conveyor belt, from somebody else's conveyor belt. The menu is what you get to re-roll
You get to
with.
re-roll with, yeah.
And that you can pick however many dice you want to re-roll.
This is another one that the first time we played it, I was very underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Although we did play it with my niece quite a bit, and she really liked it. We haven't played it until just the other night. We have not played it since playing with her when she was young. I enjoyed it, though. I mean, it's just such a light version of this. And don't get me wrong, this is a light game anyway. But we're going to hold on to it. This actually sits in the travel collection. We have a copy of this in both collections.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to hold on to both. They're both great games. Yeah. All right.
Hey, so we got Stronghold. Now we're getting a little bit heavier. Well, this is probably the heaviest one on here.
Yes, yeah, out of everything, this is the heaviest.
This is a 2-player castle defense game.
It is. I'm not going to go into a lot on this one. I'm going to pull out the board to show you the board because I feel like the artwork on this is gorgeous.
And then the rule books.
Yeah.
Because each side has their own rule book.
Each side has their own rule book, and the backs of both of them are a little different. So you've got player aids for both of them on the back, which I did like. It not only, it gives you, well, it basically gives you what all your tokens do. So in this game, each person is taking a side. One player is playing the defender, defending the castle from the invaders. The invaders are on the outside trying to get in. They're trying to breach the walls. So each round, the invader is playing off of a deck of cards. So there's a whole deck here, and you're choosing 7 cards out of this whole deck. Basically, there's one for each phase.
The one you keep in the 6.
You keep, and then everything else changes.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
And then there's one extra that just shows the movement. Yeah.
Yes.
Then this guy just shows movement. And it looks like there's a couple different
That is your
ones.
camp.
Oh, that's
This
camp.
is your camp.
That's right. The camp always stays the
however
same.
many people you have in camp, then the defender actually gets
time.
more time.
So the idea is that each round of the game, now the game plays in several turns. It plays up to 10 turns. Each turn is broken down into a couple of different phases or rounds. It starts with the attacker always initiates everything. The defender is just preparing themselves. That's it. So the attacker starts off round 1 by getting all of his goblins. He draws from the bag all of his goblins, orcs, and trolls. The smallest darn cubes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But he draws these, and they all gather out here in the woods. They're just building. And then the next card he can do, he can start building some reinforcements. He can start building some of his siege engines and his protection walls. And then he decides where he's going to put those if he can build them. And he can put them out here or on the different ramparts, or not the ramparts, but the different attack zones.
Yeah.
And then the next round, he's deciding what kind of, those are called equipment. He's building equipment. Every time he builds something, he has to dedicate one of his army or 2 of his army to do so. And for every army member he dedicates to here, the defender gets an hour of time. The time is just identified by these little black discs that are put out on the board. I'll come back to the defender though. So he's building his equipment. He spends some time training his troops. So he's training them how to shoot better, or he's training them how to be sharpshooters, or whatever. Again, it's just tokens that he can put out or cards he can add into his deck.
These areas,
little spots,
little spots.
And again, for every army he dedicates to this, the defender gets time. And then he goes to, oh, that is a different side. Oh.
Yeah, there's more advanced ones in here.
Okay,
too.
I was going to say, we've never played with that color card. No. And then 5, I believe, is the spells. 5 is the spells.
Yes.
So he can engage his spellcasters to maybe design spells.
Well, they're rituals.
Rituals, okay. The Spectre to go into the hospital so that he can take over my soldiers when they fall. I was the defender this last game. Then there is his camp card, and then finally is his movement card. Depending on how many troops he wants to be able to move from point A to point B, depends on how much time the defender gets. And when you start with the movements, you start from in, you start from whatever is furthest in, and you start moving up to the walls. And then he comes back here and he starts moving these guys up into these areas here. And then he starts back up here in the woods and starts moving them out into the outer areas. And he just starts shifting people. And you can do so many for, I think the choices were you can move 5 or you can move 7, I think it was. And depending on how many you moved.
There was other things you could choose in there.
Yes.
Or
yes.
you could do 5 and 7.
You
it's
could.
Just taking
you
up
were
that
giving
much
the
time.
defender a lot of time, though.
Yeah.
So for every time that the defender gets, they now start putting tokens out here in the middle where they can start moving because they get, where'd it go? They get big units. I get full-size cubes. But they have cubes all the way around depicting their sharpshooters and their soldiers and their warriors.
Marksmen.
Marksmen, sorry. But they have different things that they can do. They can make cauldrons to spill down on the orcs and the trolls. They can make cannons to put out here in the towers to fire out and hopefully take out some of the trolls and stuff building up out there. They can make traps that they can put out around the castle so that certain types of monsters can't come down that pathway. So, I mean, all sorts of stuff here. You can train some of your warriors to make them better, to make them stronger.
Yeah.
So, and then you can move these guys out to the walls. Because what you start with, that's all you get. You can train them to be better, but you don't ever grow in numbers. Unlike the attacking army, which is constantly growing in numbers every round. Mm-hmm. It's a neat tower defense game. It is not my cup of tea. Unfortunately, I know you love this game.
I love this game, yes.
It is, I will play it. It is not my cup of tea, that's for sure. As the rounds go on, the whole game is designed that they are going to breach the walls. There is no question about it. They are going to breach the walls. The question is, how long can you hold them off? Mm-hmm. For every round you hold them off, a piece of glory moves from the dark side to the light side. And then at the end of the game, and there's other things around too. There's other ways of gaining glory as the bad guys. There's ways of keeping glory as the good guys, and gaining some. If you can hold out till the 6th round, you can start gaining glory for every round after 6 that you can manage to hold out.
I don't think we made it to 6.
We made it right to 6. No, because I got one piece of glory from my honor guard, and that was it. And then you stormed after that. You broke through. But the game ends as soon as the attackers can break the line. As soon as they get through the wall, one piece of wall, it's all it takes. Mm-hmm. As soon as they get through the piece of the wall, then the game ends and you count up the glory points. It's that simple. Yeah.
Well, you finish off
finish off the attack round. Yes,
because
you finish off the attack
round. The goals that the invaders have is you get points for however many more areas breached
that you can get through in the same round. Yes. Agreed. We've actually come down to a straight up tie twice in this game now. It's been very, very close.
This one was a tie, wasn't it?
This one was a tie. And then they say to go through another attack round.
And we were like, no.
Well, no, we did. We went through one more attack round, but I had a wall that you had not yet breached.
Oh, that's right.
That as soon as we went through attack round, I had no way of getting reinforcements there. You were coming over the wall. There was no way around it. I had no defenses. So, yeah. We're going to hold on to it because he loves it.
And this is first edition.
This is first edition. They've put out another edition.
Second edition, and they have zombies too.
I was looking at the pictures, and
the undead actually.
They have an undead one. Yes, I know they have an undead one. I was looking at the pictures of second edition, and I kind of like the artwork on this one better. I really do. But anyway, yeah, that is Stronghold. Very interesting tower defense game. Definitely head to head. You can play 4-player.
But you're playing teams.
But you're playing teams, yeah.
You
so
each pick a side.
It's really designed to be a 2-player game. So, yeah. But anyway, you gotta stick around. All right.
Next we have the search for UAPs. This was a Barnes & Noble's pickup.
It was. Yeah,
was
we
on
went into
sale.
Barnes & Noble on the way to Doug and Mary's last week
Yeah. I think
and
so.
found this on one of their sale tables. This is the follow-up to Search for Planet X, which is one of my favorite deduction games. I absolutely love that logic deduction, that you've got some hard and fast rules that you can't break in a game, and then from those rules you start to make deductions to find out where things are. So this one's a little different though. This is your board, and the board is magnetic because it turns. Well, actually it turns the other direction now that I'm looking at it. Your player boards are magnetic. So everybody gets a player board that mirrors, if I can get it apart, my goodness, that mirrors the main board. And you're going to sit with it in a way that, well, you can turn it any way you want because this is your whole player board. But you're going to try and keep track to make sure it stays in sync with this board.
Yeah, because it starts off like that.
Yes. On the board, there are certain, I don't want to say qualifications, but there are certain
Things that happen in each quadrant.
yeah, each quadrant has its own little rule.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Hadron disruption. Surveying here rotates the Earth. So maybe that's up here. And every time you survey in this area, it's going to rotate. So it's going to make that rotation very unstable.
Yeah.
But giant grant approval. Survey for 2 objects here for the cost of 1. Well, that's nice. You get to survey twice in a row. I like that. So all sorts of different things. Everybody has their note sheet. And then you have basically some more notes and then your scoreboard. On your turn, you are using an app. The app, and we probably should have had your phone here for the sake of the app, but that's okay. The app keeps track of the game scenario. When one person starts the app, just like in Search for Planet X, you're going to get a game code, and everybody else puts the same game code into their version of the app. Mm-hmm. And that keeps track of where everything is. You are looking for the UAPs in the sky. And this one, like Search for Planet X, has some hard and fast rules. Like, oh my goodness, the moon is always revealed at the start of the game, so it will tell you right where the moon is. That's a pretty big celestial object. Everybody can see where it's at. So you're going to circle the moon wherever it is, and you're going to cross the moon off on every other quadrant. Mm-hmm. Because you know it's not there. You know where it's at. It tells you that the Hubble Space Telescope cannot be next to the moon. Well, great. If the moon's in 9, then you know, well, and actually it starts like this, then if the moon's in 9, well, you know the Hubble Space Telescope is not in 10 or 16.
Or in 9.
Or in 9, right. Because it can't be next to the moon. That is a hard and fast rule. The International Space Station is always next to at least one piece of space junk. That doesn't tell you anything right off the bat, but as soon as you start finding space junk, you can narrow down where the space station might be.
Yeah.
Spy satellites are only in odd numbered sections. Well, it's only located, the symbol is only located in all the odd sections. And it has to be in an inner orbit. So there's only 4 places it could even be, at least on this side of the board. When you get used to this side, you flip over to this side, and there's a whole lot more quadrants on this side. So you're playing through the rules that you know about each object. You're looking for spy satellites and communication satellites and navigation satellites and space junk and meteor showers and the space station and the Hubble telescope. And of course, you are looking for the UAPs. That's the whole object of the game. You have to go through your board and identify where everything's at. As soon as you think you know where something's at, when that round comes up on here, then you can take photographs. I think in here it's called photographs, right?
Yes,
okay.
it's photographs.
you can take a photograph and you put a photograph. Everybody has, where'd it go? Right there. You put a photograph down from what the object you think it is. So maybe I have deduced that there is a meteor shower. Oh, there we go, meteor shower in Sector 8. So I'm going to put that right there. Well, when we get to the point where we can reveal our photographs, whoever has photographs in Sector 8 or anywhere on the board reveals them, and the app will tell us if we're right, because we've already told the app what we're putting there.
Yep.
So,
well, we can also put other people's apps in there too.
yes, you can also put other people's stuff. But once you do that, everybody can now mark that 8 has a meteor shower in it. So that narrows it down. Because meteor showers, it tells you that they're always stacked with another at the game start. So if there's a meteor shower in 8, I know that there's a meteor shower in 16 too, because they're always stacked at the start of the game. And this is where the game would start. This is the position it starts in. So I would know, or if I found a meteor shower in 16, I would know there's one in 8.
If the board's like that, and you find it in 8,
then you got to try and do the math, because it's not going to actually be in 14, because it's wherever it was at the start of the game.
Yes.
So that makes it a little tricky and very easy to lose track of.
And then the player pieces.
Player pieces rotate. There's 2, everybody has 2 player pieces, one of which keeps track of where you are in turn order. This is one of those games where whoever is last gets to go next. So if I do something that takes me 5 hours of time, but somebody else is only doing something that takes 2 hours of time, well, they're going to get to go again before I do, because my project is taking longer.
Yep.
You also have one that keeps track of where you are in the night sky. Which quadrant are you in? What section of the sky can you see? If I'm over here in the northwest, I can't see this part of the sky. I can't search it because I can only see this part of the sky. So I have to keep that in mind. I can move to another part of the planet if I want to. It just takes an hour of time to do it, or one section of time to do it. This one was a little trickier. I have to admit, this one really, and maybe it was because we tried it late at night, but this one took a moment to wrap my head around. Very different rules.
Yeah.
I
This
still
one still
really
has
enjoyed it.
my flaw as Search for Planet. If you mess one thing up anywhere in the game, yes, it has a history. You can go back and try and figure out where it's at.
Yeah.
How
Your only
much are you
recovery
going to?
point at that is, okay, somebody's already proven that's what's there.
Right.
So you can start, all right, erase what you know is wrong. And I'll be honest, I don't like the fact this is the wet erase. To me, it was just very sloppy. Give me pen and paper any day. And I realize, yes, I know it's better for the planet. I get that.
Yeah.
But you know what? We recycle. So
Yep.
I don't like the wet erase.
I still enjoyed it, even though, like I said, I made a mistake and it just ruined the rest of the game for me.
Yeah.
But I did still like the game.
Yeah, I really love this. I want to play this one solo a couple times just to see how it goes, but I definitely want to dig into this one some more. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. But yeah, that is the Search for UAPs. Gonna stick around. Yeah, I really like this one. Yep. All right.
It was a little bit harder too. There
It was
a little more involved
harder.
in Search for Planet X.
Yes, it was a lot harder than Search for Planet X.
Okay, so next we have Survive with a box lid on upside down.
Okay, fine. Now it's right. How's that?
Okay, that's better.
I found this one at Goodwill a long time ago, and we played it, and then immediately found out about the new edition of the reprint. I did take some pictures of the differences in the boards. So
just the artwork mostly.
It's mostly artwork, but it's also component quality.
Yes.
And size. So for instance, this one here, look at the difference in the size of the tiles.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. Other than that, they play identical. They really do. So in this one, and I'll just show you on this one, since it's easier to manage the board. There are a number of tiles, and this is this to me is the biggest difference in this. Let me show these tiles. These are the tiles in the new edition. So these are the tiles, and that's only the one style. There's that one, and there's a beach. There's 3 different styles of tile. You've got your beachfront, your trees, and then your mountains. And these are laid out all over the board. And you have the same things here, your beach, your trees, and your mountains.
But they're all the same thing.
But they're all the same thickness, yeah. So these are all laid out all over the board. And then on your turn, just pretend the whole board is full. Before the game starts, everybody is taking some of their player characters, some of their player pieces, and you're putting them out onto, one by one, taking turns throughout the start of the game to put out all of your people somewhere on the island. And you're trying to get close to the edges because you need to get into boats. Now, this one comes with little paper boats. This guy has much nicer components. You've got these gorgeous wood boats that would stick on the edge of the island.
And bigger people.
And much bigger people, yes. Yes. Yeah, there's the size difference in the people. The goal of this game is to get as many people off the island as you can, into boats, and off to safety on other islands before the volcano erupts. Somewhere in these tiles is a volcano that erupts. Nope, there it is.
Printed
in this
on the
one.
backside.
Yes. Yeah, there's the volcano in the new edition.
It's actually pictured.
Yes. So on your turn, you get 3 actions. You can move. Movement takes 1 action. Hopping into a boat takes 1 action. Moving the boat takes 1 action. Each boat holds 3 people. It does not necessarily have to be all your people. Somebody else could get into the same boat. Whoever has the most people in the boat controls the boat, though. So if I have 2 people in this boat and Greg has 1, I get to control that boat. He does not. So I could just let it sit there. If 3 people all have even numbers, then everybody can move it. Doesn't matter. But you move the boat eventually to an island, and I'm going to move it over to this island, so maybe it's not off the screen. And then one by one, again, takes an action to get off. On the bottom of each player, and you would give me a number 1, there is anywhere from 1 to 6 points. You can look at these. They're really hard to read on those.
They're actually part of the plastic.
Yeah. You can look at these before you put your people out on the island, but you cannot look at them again after that.
Not until scoring.
Not till scoring. So hopefully you remember where your 6s are and you try to get them out early. Because when the volcano blows up, it wipes out everything on the board except for the people who have made it safely to the islands. Even if they're still on the boat short of the island, they don't make it. Only if they're on the island. In addition to that, there are sea serpents and various creatures floating around that can, let me see, there's whales that will capsize a boat and send everybody into the water floating.
Sharks.
There are sharks who will come around and gobble up all of the swimmers. There are sea serpents who will capsize a boat and gobble up all the swimmers. There are dolphins that will actually help you get to the island.
And that's the expansion, right?
That's no, the dolphins actually come with it. And I don't have, because we don't have dolphins expansions in this one.
The dolphin expansions in this
There
one.
are octopuses and
Octopi.
Octopi. Yes, thank you. I think the dolphins actually are an expansion in this one.
Yes, because it's in one of these books
There
here.
are tiles in here that talk about the dolphins that they just let you move 3 spaces.
Oh, it's not octopi, it's giant squid.
Oh, it's a squid. I'm sorry. It's a squid.
Yeah, dolphin and dive dice. Mini expansion.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because the dice change up. All right, so the way a turn structure moves, you move your people 3 spaces. And you can move multiples. You can move 1 person 3 spaces, except unless it's a swimmer, and then you can only move them 1. Or you can move 3 different people 1 space each. You draw a tile from the board, and this is where it gets tricky. Because if there's somebody standing on that tile, then they become a swimmer. You pick up the tile, you do what it says on the back. This one says a whale dives to any vacant space. So you would put a whale on the board and he would dive to any vacant space around where this just pulled up. Oh no, actually whale dives to any vacant space probably means a whale already on the board can dive and go to someplace else.
When they dive, they're already on the board.
Right. There's whirlpools that will, if this was the tile here and this guy was on it and I pulled this tile and made him a swimmer, well, that's a whirlpool. This guy's gone now because he just got sucked into a whirlpool. There are sharks. There's sea serpents, dives to any vacant space. Harpoon a whale. You get to take a whale out. Harpoon a whale. Oh, a free boat. A boat just shows up magically in the water right next to where this piece was just pulled from. I like the game. I do. It becomes very hysterical when you forget a major rule.
Yes,
like we did on the 24th,
like
the first
you have
one.
to take off the sand first before you take mountains out.
Yeah. Anyway. So anyhow, as I was starting to say, you move your pieces, you pull a land tile, do what it says. Some of them allow you to save until later on and you can use on a different turn. Especially in this one, they're easier to identify. Then you roll the dice. The dice shows one of a few different types of sea creatures. If that creature happens to be on the board, then it moves. This board does not show the movement. I do like the fact that this board, on both sides of the board, it shows the movements of all the sea creatures right there on the bottom, which I do like because you don't have to try to remember what things move. It's just printed right there for you. That being said, oh yeah, thank you. The rule book for this one is this. It's super short. It's very simple. This one's a little more detailed.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go into this, grab the other one. We also have Space Attack. Exact same concept. Only difference is now you're in space instead of on Atlantis. You have space creatures and you have spaceships. And I do like the artwork on this one. I love these wormholes at the edge. So same thing. It shows you right here at the bottom how far each space creature moves. You have 3 different levels of tiles again. So each one you're taking off your cargo areas first, and then you're taking off, I don't remember what the green was, and then finally engineering. And I think that is, I don't remember what that tile is.
That's the ugly tile.
Each of the tiles have different things that they do. Some of them put creatures out into space. Some of them allow you to move creatures. Again, you've got your little guys and they go into the little spaceships. So with both games, you start out, every player starts out with 2 ships, whether it be a boat or a life pod. Each one again holds 3. There are, as I showed you the one tile that gave you an extra boat, there are tiles that will give you extra space pods as well, or extra life pods as well. There's actually little rocket ships in here too that can go around and take out some of the monsters.
Yep.
And you get to capture the monsters and put them back on the board where they are not advantageous to your opponents. Let's put it that way. Again, same thing. Your goal is to get to the corners of the board and get through the wormholes to safety before the space station blows up. Okay. All in all, they play exactly the same. It's literally just a difference in theme.
Yep.
Currently, these 2 sit in our collection. This one and another copy of Space Attack sit in the travel collection. This is not something we ever play on our own.
Nope.
It's just not the kind of game we typically will pull off the shelf and play on our own. I don't want to get rid of them because I feel like it is a great game for, we've got the 5-6 player expansion for both of these, so I don't want to get rid of them. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to get rid of 1 copy of Space Attack. We're going to get rid of this copy of Survive.
And then keep this one.
And we're going to keep, so basically we're keeping these 2 and I'm getting rid of the other 2.
And these are moving into the
travel collection, yeah. So they will leave our collection, make a little bit of room here for all of our Gen Con pickups. But
which we still don't have space for.
no, we don't. No, we do not. We're going to have to make some hard decisions. But yeah, that is it. That is it for this episode. One more.
Yep. And we'll be heading to a galaxy far, far away.
Where no man has gone before.
On a 5-year mission.
Okay. Well, if that doesn't give some clues.
But until then, we'll see you at the next one.